Today is Wednesday, parashat Vayigash, a very emotional type of parashah with so much going on as the brothers of Yosef and Yosef come together and he reveals himself to them saying, Ani Yosef, I am Yosef. And there is a couple of psukim here that indicate some important concepts to understand from the parashah of this week. So when Yosef and Binyamin come together and meet, and after Yosef reveals himself to his brother about his true identity, then the pasuk says, "Vayipol al tzavare Binyamin ahiv vayevk, uBinyamin bacha al tzavarav." So Yosef fell upon the neck of his brother Binyamin. It's the brother from the same mother from Rachel, and he cried. And Binyamin cried on the neck of Yosef. So they each crying on each other's necks, and Rashi explains that when Yosef cried on the neck of Binyamin, he was crying over the two Bet Mikdash, the first Bet HaMikdash and the second Bet HaMikdash, the first and the second temple, that were in the portion of Binyamin, that were destroyed. And Binyamin cried on the shoulder of Yosef over what? Over the Mishkan, the sanctuary of Shiloh. Shiloh was in the portion of Yosef, that was going to be in the portion of Yosef in the land of Israel, and will be destroyed. And therefore they're crying on each other's troubles. On the Bet HaMikdash that was destroyed in the portion of Binyamin, Yosef is crying. And the one in the portion of Yosef, Binyamin is crying over that. And this teaches us an important idea about these great leaders of the Jewish people, that their care was not self-centered. Because Binyamin could have cried on his own temples destroyed in his portion, and Yosef on the sanctuary of Shiloh being destroyed in his portion. But rather we see here, care for the other person rather than being self-centered. There's another pasuk in the parashah also that teaches us a very important principle, and the idea of being besimcha, of doing things with joy, with happiness. The pasuk says, when Yaakov became aware that Yosef is still alive, the pasuk says, "Vatechi ruach Yaakov avihem." The spirit of Yaakov came back to life. And Rashi explains, Sharta alav shchina, the divine presence came back to him, sheparsha mimenu, that separated from him. All the years that he was under the impression that Yosef had died, Yaakov Avinu was very sad. That sadness caused the divine inspiration, presence, prophecy to sort of leave him and stay away from him, because that kind of inspiration cannot be present when there is sadness. But as soon as he became again happy and he became taken over by joy over the fact that his son, yes, he's alive, immediately the pasuk indicates to us that the divine inspiration came back to him. And from this teaches us a very important principle, how important to be, like we say, mitzvah gedola liot besimcha tamid. It's a great mitzvah to be always in simcha, in happiness. What we do should be done with happiness. The mitzvot that we do should be done with happiness. And the more we have that spirit of happiness in us, the more the divine presence and the divine inspiration we connect with. The Musar of today in Chok Israel spoke about the great trouble that a person causes to himself when he gets angry. When a person is angry, he pushes away the divine presence from being together with him, because that's getting angry is compared to idolatry. But on the other hand, being in simcha, simcha can bring divine inspiration, it can bring the divine presence to be with the person. So important to be as much as possible in simcha always, And even things happen we don't understand, to accept them besimcha. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.